Crafting Vicky here with you, and today I want to do a canvas. And you saw me do these embellishments, which I think turned out amazing, using some Tattered Angel sprays and paints. So now I want to do the canvas that goes with them. So my inspiration was from a Pinterest image that I saw, and it's from layersofink.blogspot.com. So this is the image that inspired this, and I didn't have any arts like this, so I figured I could use puzzle pieces, and it might be interesting because the sentiment goes with that. So then also this handwriting is gorgeous. Now my handwriting I don't like, so I practice a few times, and this is probably what it's gonna look like. So yeah, but it is what it is, and that's my handwriting, and I've got to just, you know, be okay with it. Now, I'm using an old canvas that I had put at work, and that I was tired of seeing, so I just sewed everything. Like, I removed the excess, and I just sewed everything. There's still texture on there, and I think that kind of adds to the charm, just because it's gonna add some texture. But then if I see that whatever I'm putting on doesn't cover it, then I might actually put book paper or something else on top. Okay, but for now that's what I want to do. So I'm using Dove as the base because I want to cover up my gesso, first of all, and second of all, like, I want to keep this fairly light. I'm using the same colors of from Tattered Angels that I use for the puzzle pieces. I want to use, except for the Dove, I haven't used that one. And I've also pulled out Shade because I figured that might be a nice lighter color for the middle portion of it. So we will see how that goes. So yeah, I want to cover everything up. With the beautiful Dove. And yes, there's a lot of texture and stuff, and that's fine. Like I said, this is a mixed media piece, so I want to have the texture, and the piece that I'm looking at doesn't really have any book paper or anything else added to it except some hearts with some texture paste. And so I'm thinking that this is gonna be added bonus, but the only thing is I don't want it to look like it did before, and I don't want because right now I can see that there's parts of the girls that I can still kind of see, and that bugs me. So we'll see about that. Hopefully I'll be able to cover most of that up, and like I said, if I can't, I'll add some book paper on top and take it from there. So I can always add some book paper and then go back with some paint, and at least it's gonna give it a different layer to work with. So this was a canvas that I did for work way back in 2015, and I was very tired of looking at it. And somebody said, well, why don't you give it away? And I said, I can't, because I hate it. Like, now I'm like really hating it. And obviously I don't want to give something out that I really hate. So yeah, so I decided to just start from fresh. And I have a feeling that I'm going to have to put some book paper or something. Just because right here you can kind of see your hair, and that bugs me. But anyway, let's be honest. The Pinterest that I saw and what I make, that's always two different things. I take inspiration, but I never completely do the same. In the same way that I actually did, if you think about it, I actually did the puzzle pieces instead of the heart. So that's what I mean by, you know, I take the inspiration, but then I make it. So I'm gonna just go over this and put some book paper right over it. This way I'm covering all the stuff that is bothering me, and it's fine because I'll go back with the beige, and it's gonna, like, you might see the text a bit, but that it won't be the main focus. And that's good. I'm gonna try to put some a little bit everywhere, just because if it does show up a bit, it's gonna look more uniformed, and it won't look like it's meant to cover something, which would not be cool, because the point is not showing that, it's just being discreet about it. Okay, so did that. Don't think I'm gonna need my Liquitex anymore. Dry this off a bit. Well, actually I might, because I'm thinking that I want to varnish this prior to me writing on it, just in case I don't like my writing. I can remove it, and if I don't put a varnish on it first, then I won't be able to. So so I'm gonna go back with some of my Dove and just go over this. I don't want to necessarily hide everything, but just uniform it out so that it's not still there, but more discreet. Especially in the places where I'm going to be writing. Okay, so I think that will be the end of Dove, but I'll leave it closed just in case I need more of it. little boo-boo here. Use my finger to clean it up. You could see some of the previous color through it. I don't want that. Okay, so then I was thinking of putting some Caspian Sea, which is darker all around, kind of like in the picture. So this is much darker. And I don't want it to be all the way to the center because I'm hoping to use some other colors in the center where I'm going to be writing. Just want to kind of do the edges. Already I'm loving the colors on this, but I have to admit that, I mean, I love anything turquoise and that sort of thing, so this color is just beyond yummy. All the colors and the products that I'm using, I'm going to be putting down in the description box below, so if you're interested in them, you can go and check it out. Here's that first coat. My hands get terribly dirty and then I mess up everything afterwards. The one thing I didn't think about, and I'm seeing that I would like to put, and I do have some, I just need to find them, is there's some yellow green type of thing on there, and I do have some of that color. Just have to find it in my stash. I took it out of its, that's what happens when I take it out of its other packaging, is then it's all mixed up with everything else. And I do have a ton of Tattered Angel stuff, like, oh, there is the yellow and there's the vine, so I'm thinking either pot of gold or the vine for the middle, so we will see. I'm really loving these colors, and when I say really loving, I really do mean it. So when you have, and I'm going to try to use the shade in the middle and we'll see what happens. When you have a canvas that you don't like anymore, that's a great option for it, is to just, you know, do something like this and use, yeah, I don't really see it, so I'm thinking I'm going to want, so that's not my choice of color. I want that one. So I just want to dry this off because I do not want to put one on top of the other without it being dried. It did do a bit of something, but it's not what I'm looking for. So let's try out again, but this time with the pot of gold. And this is a really, really bright yellow, so I'm gonna probably like really stretch it out. Like I said, it's a really, really bright yellow, as any gold is. Make sure that I do the size as well, so that it's not just I'm really liking this. So I don't think I'm going to be using the red. No, not the red, the green. Because this kind of did the green. Yeah, I really, really like that. So no need for green. And I love now the texture and everything. It doesn't look like, you can't see that it was a previous image anymore. It looks like the texture was made to be this way, which is exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so now I'm thinking of using some of the chocolate brown, very, very sparingly, just on the sides here to kind of, can I say, it's not going to fit, so I'm not going to have a choice but to use this. But I'm going to spread it out just to kind of make it a bit darker on the edge. But like I said, I'm gonna try to stretch it because I don't want it to be too dark. And I think use a bit of water. Oh my god, but my water just doesn't want to collaborate. So yeah, just spread it out a bit. And a bit of water there. So I have something that I can use, and I should have thought of doing that prior, just so that this way it's not as opaque. Because like I said, I don't want it to be opaque. And I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just playing. So I can imagine some of you guys are probably saying, oh my god, what are you doing? Okay, I really, really, really love this. Even though it's not what I had anticipated. I really liked when I blotched it out with some of my baby wipes. So now I want to put a bit of texture. So I'm going to be adding some texture paste. Like there was in the picture, but now I'm wondering, should I do the writing first? And that might be the best idea, because depending on how it turns out, I might not want to put the texture paste in everywhere. So let's protect this, because if I mess up, at least I can wipe it clean, because I really love how this background is, and I really don't want to mess it up at this point. Okay, so I'm going to not be using the rest of this. I think I'm going to use my Stabilo black pencil, because it's water soluble. So if I really mess up, I can probably just wipe it clean easily. I'm afraid that if I use a regular lead pencil, I'm going to damage the top part of it. And I realize that on the top camera you probably can't see the entire thing, but you're still seeing most of it. I'm not sure if I'm zoomed in. I was zoomed in, so that didn't help. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is dry. Now, I think I have a black Stabilo pencil somewhere. You can see brown one. Actually, brown would not be a bad choice because I want to write with my brown. Should I write with brown or should I write with black? Probably black would show better, right? So maybe I should change what I was gonna do and use a black instead. So just saw one right here. Okay, I should have something to sharpen up my pencil. I did have one. Where did it go? Oh my god. I never find what I need when I need it. And I'm sure I saw it, so it can't be that far. This is really annoying. Really, really annoying. Is it in here? I have another bin of stuff that's supposed to be... Oh my god. Sorry about that. Okay, well, it won't be sharp. And that's just that. Because I can't find it. So now I need to do this. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Okay, this is too high, too low. I can't fit everything in, so let's wipe this clean. And let's try this again. Oh. Okay, so I just want a paper towel just to make sure everything is dry prior to putting the Stabilo again on this. Okay, so let's try this again. So Okay, so if I do it this way, I can put one puzzle piece here and the other one here. Or, yeah. So it would fit. Then I can put some of the okay, so let's try this with the brush. I don't like that last one. Okay, I think I like this. I think. Let me keep my brush out because I'm gonna want to. So now I want it to be permanent. So I'm gonna dry it, and then I can wipe the Stabilo pencil from it, hopefully, and not make a mess. So let's try this. So this is looking good. I just want to finish this off. It's getting close. You can kind of see the G, so that's kind of bothering me a bit here. The rest is gone. I'm gonna need to go back over some of the letters because with my rubbing they kind of disappeared a bit. Let's see if I can do something. Might be one of those cases where I play with it and then I regret it. They're the two areas that are bothering me right now. Put back a bit of yellow. So it's just a tad. Okay, so now I can't really see it, so I'm happy with that. I'm gonna have to go over my letters again, but that's okay. I'll just be extra careful when I do. Okay, so I'll just go back over them right now. Okay, so I'm happy with this. I want to smudge it. Okay, so now my two pieces are going to go here. So I want to make sure that I don't go on those spots. I can do some here, I can do some over there. This is this can be removed. Okay, so I've got my oops, that's not what I want. I want my regular gel. I want my light molding paste. That might have been a disaster. So just some little circles. Well, those are not quite circles, but close enough. So something like this. And then want some here. And some here, just a bit. Okay, so I will let this dry, and I will be back once this is all dried. Okay, so I'm back, and my texture paste has dried, and now it's time to do something on top of it. So I'm going to start with the boardwalk, just because I want to darken it a bit. But then I'm thinking I'm going to want to put some of the, because when I put the puzzle pieces, I noticed that there's no copper anywhere else but on the puzzle pieces, and that kind of bugged me. So I want to put some more of that copper a little bit everywhere, just so putting that here, just so that they're not stark white. Whoa. And let me just find a little card. I have some cards that have my little journaling out of the box. Let me just put that on there. I don't like to waste. So it's going to be some sort of something on the background. Okay, and now I think I just want to put a bit of that. So I'm thinking I just want to use my finger. that is pretty sticky paint. Okay, so I like it a lot now that there's a bit of gold of that copper. Well, it's not gold, it's copper. It makes a big difference, I think. Kind of ties it together. And so now I want to use the gel medium, and I'm going to put it under the puzzle piece and glue that on the canvas. I'm quite happy that I used some of my puzzle piece as my embellishment. So I'm going to turn this over because I have so many, and I was quite happy with how those turned out. So this was the inspiration, and this is what I made, and I'm quite happy with it. I can't do this. So I'm quite happy with it. I think it turned out really awesome. I can't wait to put it on my wall, and definitely much better than what was on there. I was so fed up of it, it's not even funny. So that's it, folks. Bye, everyone.